What's going on, everyone? It's JDC here. Today we're talking about some expectations you guys should have for the Houston Rockets next season because we do have some new additions and honestly, could be either a very great team or a very bad team next season. So, if you guys like what you see, drop a like below, press the button. I do a lot of NBA content here, mostly Houston Rockets, but kind of mixing some NBA content here and there. So, if you guys like what you see, drop a like below, press the button. I really appreciate it. Let's get into the video. So, the Houston Rockets. Obviously, they had 4 first-round picks in the 2021 NBA draft, and honestly, were all very solid picks. I'm not even sure they even missed on one pick, to be honest with you. So, yeah, they added Usman Garuba, Josh Christopher, they added Jalen Green, and Alperen Sengun, who were honestly all very great players in their own right, especially too. So, yeah, honestly, expectations for the roster. John Wall, you're going to definitely expect him to start at the start of the season because he still is someone that is pretty good, excluding all the injuries. So, John Wall, I definitely think he's still a very great player when he's healthy, fully healthy. When John Wall is fully healthy, he can honestly lead this team to a play-in tournament because we are still good. It really depends on the injuries and how each and every player plays this season. So, expect John Wall to start. Expect maybe KPJ or Jalen Green to come off the bench. Either one is coming off the bench, I think. It's inevitable at this point because no way John Wall comes off the bench with $44 million. So John Wall is going to start. Either KPJ or Jalen Green is going to start. Expect Jae'sean Tate to maybe either come off the bench or start too because he is a 3, but we also like running him at the 4. Obviously Steven Silas likes running Tate at the 4, which honestly I'm fine with because he can play the 4 very well. He is 6'4", like I said, but honestly, I'm pretty fine with Jae'sean Tate playing the 4. It just really depends on, Steven Silas, how he wants to run the offense. And honestly, I think we should definitely run him at the 3 or 4. So, and honestly, expect probably that Daniel Theis to start. I know that's honestly not what you guys want to hear. But Daniel Theis is there for defense, and that's what the Houston Rockets need. We need a lot of interior defense, a lot of rim protection, and Daniel Theis brings that at a pretty average level. So expect Daniel Theis and Christian Wood to start right beside each other. And honestly, expect Eric Gordon to get a lot of minutes still. He is our 6th man still. And then, obviously talking about our other players off the bench, we still got Usman Garuba, we still got Daniel House, we still got Anthony Lamb, who I think... Oh yeah, Anthony Lamb is not even here anymore. Never mind, scratch that. We have KJ Martin who's still here. David Nwaba who signed back here on a 3-year, $50 million deal. And we got Sengun, we got all these guys, Kyrie Thomas. So yeah, honestly, the Houston Rockets, they're in terms of depth, it's looking very nice. So honestly, expect the Houston Rockets to have some very good plays at the start of the season because I think we are going to be fully healthy at the start of the season. We are. And honestly, just basically expect us to at least win some games. Not really too much because for the most part, we're not going to be too good. So in terms of the roster, just expect a lot of that. Now, in terms of playing style, playing games, winning, losing, expect Steven Silas to run the same offense like he did last season where it was just a bunch of pick and roll, a bunch of passing to each other, which honestly, I'm fine with, but also not fine with because Steven Silas... he tends to run the same offense and it kind of gets bland at some point. So Steven Silas, he definitely needs to get some plays or some more plays. And honestly, Steven Silas, he likes getting some other plays in there. I remember this one play against the Pelicans. It was an inbounds play where Daniel House was running off a screen and then the inbounder passed it to House for the alley-oop. So expect Steven Silas to adding some surprise plays in there, but don't expect too much from Silas in terms of offense and defense. Defense to not really be good this season because, like I said, last season our defense was the worst. We were the worst defensive team in the league. Our defensive rating was 30th overall. So, in terms of defense, don't really expect too much. Maybe Garuba, Josh Christopher might help out with that. John Wall, obviously being a very great on-ball defender, but don't expect too much from anything or anyone in terms of defense except for obviously Usman Garuba, which honestly I probably will get into next. Expect Garuba to have some good flashes off the bench and could be a very great defender in the future. Maybe all defensive first, maybe defensive player of the year. That's kind of a stretch right there. But Garuba, he's probably going to be our anchor on defense, kind of like a Draymond Green type of player. Now, I'm not saying that you can compare Draymond Green to Usman Garuba or vice versa, but Usman Garuba definitely has potential to become a very great defender and quite honestly could become a defensive player of the year in my opinion. So in terms of defense, offense, overall, that's what you should expect. Now, in terms of trades, mid-season trades, and overall transactions, I'm not really seeing too many transactions there, to be honest with you, because trades, we don't have too much tradable assets on the team in terms of tradable assets, obviously, because DJ Augustine, 33 years old, no one really wants him, doesn't really play too well. Avery Bradley's gone, never mind about that. Eric Gordon making too much money. Daniel House probably doesn't want him. Like, we don't have any tradable assets on the team, to be honest with you. So, in terms of mid-season trades, don't expect anything. But honestly, this team is gonna be very exciting next season, very enjoyable, and quite honestly, I'm super excited to see this team play, especially in the preseason, which is coming up pretty soon. So, honestly, these expectations are pretty, realistic in my opinion, because I don't really see this team doing anything too much next season. And quite honestly, we're gonna be pretty bad. Maybe make the play-in if John Wall's fully healthy, and quite honestly, hopefully see this team in the play-in next year. So, I'm JDC. That's the video, and I'll see you guys later. I'm signing out.